Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. So if you're a member or a 60andMe community here, you're probably over 60. And you know what happens when you get to be 60? We start to change. Things happen. Our bodies shift. Our faces start to look different. We've got wrinkles and lines and, lifelines, I like to call them. But, drooping skin, whatever, you look in the mirror and you think, oh my goodness, what happened? But, it's a time of, I think, of celebration. It's a time to celebrate this body and to look at these changes that are going on in our skin and our bodies and our emotions, our psychology, the whole thing, and start celebrating our bodies. We have got our bodies tell us more about our lives and what we've experienced and what we've gone through than any other part, any other thing. And I think that bodies are we feel as we're getting older that they've changed so much that we don't recognize them anymore. But I think that they're embodied in the fiber of our beings is our life. It's the things that we've done. So let's start by celebrating the different parts of the body, because I think that it's really a treasure to me to think that, my body has been through so much in this life. It's seen so much, it's experienced so much, and what joy it's brought to me. Okay, so let's think about our legs. Okay, well, we pretty much, legs are so important to us, and I've discovered this when traveling that, legs and knees and ankles, they are just like the thing that holds us up, literally, and they are the things that have, stood, well, we've stood on and supported us through all the different adventures in our lives. They're the unsung heroes of our daily life. We've danced with them. We've danced with our legs. We've walked up mountains. We've walked through city parks. We've walked upstairs carrying things with our legs giving us support. They are honestly, for me, one of the most important parts of my body that I celebrate. I couldn't have done half the things in my life without my legs having the strength. And I know as I'm going to go through these things, some of you are dealing with challenges in those areas, maybe with your legs. I've got varicose veins. My legs are not gorgeous anymore. I can't wear short skirts and say my legs are like they were when I was 17 years old, but they've carried me through some amazing experience. I think I was just going to get the number. I asked online how many miles an average woman over 60 has walked in her life. Can you guess how many miles you probably have walked? The average person, not someone that's running or hiking or doing extra things. It's 100,000 miles. You have walked 100,000 miles in your life. Isn't that incredible? And think about, the obstacles that they've helped you to overcome. I actually had 2 broken ankles. I've only had 2 bones broken in my body twice, which are both my ankles, and both of them were silly. They were just like, one was jumping off a boat into shallow water, and the other was, I tripped over just a step. But that changed my life. But those ankles broken made me realize, having the cast on for weeks and knowing how much they held me back. So legs are super, super important. Okay, arms and hands. Now, hands, for me, hands are so expressive. They are the thing that shape, it's just what makes us human. We can do, things with our hands that animals can't. And that is one of our true gifts. My arms have given lots and lots of hugs. They've held my children. They've held my ex-husband, my husband. They've held the people that I've loved. And they've expressed through those hugs what I feel for them. They've given me an ability to express emotion. They have helped me to carry things. The number of bags of groceries I've carried upstairs, the backpacks that I've carried. Well, that's your back, but it's still your arms. Your arms are needed for all these things, the manipulations of your crafts and your hobbies. Think about painting, drawing. What would I be without coloring, without my fingers? You just don't remember. You don't remember how important these things are, how much your arms have contributed. I've made things, my knitting, the drawings that I do, all these things, the jewelry that I've made, all with my hands and my arms. My arms, more than anything, though, I think have hugged my grandkids. They've hugged my children and my friends and the people that I want to show how much I care for. Your arms have embraced the world for you, and I think we need to thank them. Thank you, arms. I've got my notes here because I just want to make sure I cover everything that I can. So back to my back. Okay, the weight they have borne, well, not only my body weight, but the weight of life. You know, they've carried things. They've carried kids. You know, they've carried backpacks. They've carried bags. They've carried all kinds of things that, you know, that have given my life meaning and happiness. Those back issues, you know, that I've had in the past, that many of you have had, you know the importance of backs and why they're so important. Now, the sun is coming up, so I may have to stop this video in a second and do a little shifting, but for now, I'll keep going. But anyway, backs are so incredibly important, and they are, you know, they are the thing that holds us steady. Stability and balance, you know, they're just, we just couldn't live without them. I mean, think about your back, how incredibly important it is. They deserve a standing ovation. That's your brain. Now, your brain is really important too. Not to mention the fact that it keeps us alive, and it's like our navigator. It's our organizer. It keeps everything in place. But think of the decisions that your brain has made. You know, the directions it's given you, the impetus, the information, the ability to grow, the ability to do stuff. I mean, they've held precious memories. Your brain is like keeping all of this life that you've experienced into perspective, and it keeps it organized and helps you to be safe. I mean, to be honest with you, our brain's main job is to keep us safe. So it talks us out of all kinds of risky things. But then when we get in those risky situations, because we just are human, it helps us. The brain helps us to solve problems and to get through, to be resilient, to be creative, and to be interesting and unique. I just think that the brain, well, there's no question that it's one of the most important parts of our whole body. Everything depends on it. The brain controls your hands, your arms, your back, everything. So, you know, it gives us the ability to invent and create. And I think that the brain deserves a big cheer. I'm all for my healthy brain. So it allows us to share stories across generations too. It gives us the ability to speak. That's another thing, is our mouth, but that's in a minute. So eyes and ears. Okay, the sensory world. I have so grateful for the fact that I have had reasonably good eyesight all my life. I do wear glasses, as you know, and for reading, but my eyes can see. They can see color. They can see shapes. They can see art. They can see sunsets and sunrises and all the things that that make this life so precious and so incredibly unique. They've allowed us to basically, you know, see the world. They're our window on the world, and I think that that's really, really powerful. So I'm grateful, enormously grateful for my eyes and my ears. Of course, the sounds of my children laughing and my grandkids playing, the sounds of the world, nature, the sounds of, you know, entertainment like music and opera and all the things that I've had the amazing experience to hear with my ears, and to hear other people's stories, and to hear your cries, and to hear the things that are important to you. I mean, that's such an important thing. And I always think, as I go through these kinds of conversations, of the people that don't have the full use of these things, but they seem to have an extra sense. And I think that's something maybe we need to respect and think about too, that people that are not able to see. Think of Andrea Bocelli, the great opera singer. I mean, his vision did not stop him from creating the most amazing magic with music. So, you know, eyes and ears, I think, are windows to the world. But think of the sound of the wind, the sound of our own voices, the sound of people saying that they love you. Just those kinds of things are so super, super important. Our mouths. Well, they're our expression. That's how we talk. That's how we share. That's how we let people know what we're thinking, how we can appreciate other people, how we can make them feel wanted. We can make them feel appreciated. Our mouths are just so important for, you know, speaking the truth, speaking our truth. Now, I know there's only one truth in the universe, but there's our truths. There's the ways that we see things, the way that we hear things, and our mouth is the interpreter for that. Our heart keeps us alive. That's basically it. I mean, it keeps us alive. I mean, we can talk about the things that it makes, you know, you talk about having heart feelings from the heart, love, joy, all those things that emanate, we say, from the heart. I think that mostly comes from the brain, but the heart emphasizes. I think when you use the word heart, when you're talking about feelings or emotions or understanding, you think about it in a more intense way. It just vibrates, you know, the whole body vibrates through the presence of your heart. And I think that is the fundamental purpose that I'm so grateful for, a happy and healthy heart. That's something that I really do appreciate. And I think from that, just the fact that our heart gives us life is life itself. That if you are a mom, If you are, you know, a woman who's had the amazing opportunity to have children, or you've made that decision, and if you haven't, that's, you know, that's your expression of your desires too. But it's that wonderful feeling that your body, all those things that I mentioned, this, the back, the heart, all the things, have come to the giving you the ability to have a child and bring that into the world and to see it grow, take care of it, and then see them have children. And just the beauty of that is, well, it almost brings me to tears sometimes, because it's just so remarkable that we're even here, and that our bodies as women have the ability to give life. Amazing. So as we reflect on these gifts, let's be appreciative. Let's be grateful for our body and thank it every single day. Do a body scan, go from top to bottom and just thank every single thing that I've mentioned, every single part. And don't look at the negatives, don't look at the things that have changed, the things that don't look like you anymore, the things that don't feel like you. Look at the aging process as a gift to get this, you know, wisdom to see how important it all is and how it all fits together, and how the most important thing is our hearts and our souls. Maybe the soul is something I need to touch on in a different video, because I don't know where that is exactly. But I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for you. So have a fabulous day, whatever you are doing, and know that appreciating your body is a good step towards gaining peace and wisdom as you get older. Okay? Lots and lots of love. Take care.